guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Vlogmas Day 3.
Day 3.
3. So this vlog isn't actually a vlog. So this Vlogmas video will be a lot different than a typical vlog because this will be a husband and wife Q&A. You guys wanted to know more about us, so we're gonna give the people what they want.
What they want. What they want.
They want to know us, honey. I was gonna do a vlog today, but I'll be perfectly honest with you guys, my stomach has not been feeling too hot. So Saturday has just been me sleeping on and off, cat napping it up. So we figured a Q&A would be a little bit more exciting than you guys just watching me sleep and drool on my pillow.
But anyways, let's go into the first question.
The first question is, this is very common and we've already answered this question in our husband and wife get to know us or our story video, so I'll have that up here. But we'll just answer it again in a short version.
Because we know a lot of you guys probably have missed it, so we want to put it out there again for those who didn't see the first video. And hopefully this time you see this one, so then you'll, kind of know where we're going with that.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen the first one, we'll leave it in a card up there. This is, are you thinking about having babies? And unfortunately, we want to have babies. We can't. I had a full hysterectomy from ovarian cancer, and they unfortunately weren't able to save my eggs just because the cancer completely engulfed my abdomen. So I cannot carry a child. We cannot have a child that looks like me because of the eggs. So that's that. It's still, no matter what, it will always be a sensitive subject. And then that goes into another question, which is actually really crazy because Caleb and I were talking about this, like 2-3 nights ago?
Yeah, it had to be like 2 days ago, actually.
This one is, do y'all ever plan on adopting? Sorry if that's a touchy subject, just think y'all, you make wonderful parents. Well, thank you. We appreciate that.
I'll be a great dad.
Yeah, he will be
I'll be a super dad.
He'll be a super dad, and I mean...
With my dad bod.
Oh yeah. We honestly weren't considering adoption at all just because we wanted to at least, have a child that somewhat looked like Caleb, and then do an egg donor and surrogate for me. But as we, kind of thought more about it, something was just kind of pulling on our hearts to really consider adoption. So adoption is definitely not out of the picture. We may do a surrogate first and then adoption second, or adoption first then surrogate later. We're not 100% sure yet, but we're definitely...
Yeah, it's on the table.
Yeah.
It's definitely on the table. We're, the thought of it is cool. The surrogate thing is kind of a long process, but then again, we can find someone that looks like her with her same physical traits, and then obviously you don't need anybody from me. But that process is going to take obviously a lot longer than the adoption process. But all of it is on the table. We're considering all of it. We might do one of each. So with that being said, everything is kind of open game for us. So we're not gonna, dismiss anything. But
we'll see where everything goes right now. We're unsure.
We'll make that decision though. She wears the pants in this relationship. I'm just here. I'm just the sperm.
Oh my God.
That's all she uses me for.
Honey.
What advice do you have for couples who have had chronic pain/sickness from them for them to stay strong and connected?
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Number one, if you're committed to them, especially if you're married, even if you're boyfriend, girlfriend, I think, obviously if anything happens to them, I think you should stay by them, especially if you love them, just because if this happened to me, I would expect the same thing for her. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, she knows I wouldn't go anywhere. We're gonna see this through. We're gonna go all the way through it. And obviously we've accomplished it and now it's behind us. So now we're gonna focus forward. But as far as that question goes, is if you love the person, you need to stick by them, no matter what. And always stay positive. Always, always be supportive, always encourage, always uplift each other.
Go into that as well. Advice from my standpoint as being the person who was sick, I saw him get frustrated with me a lot. And I want you guys to know, if you're the person who's sick or if you're the person who's taking care of the person who's sick, it's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to, you know, just feel overwhelmed sometimes. I could see it on his face, and I know it was hard on him. So when you're that person who's sick, you have to realize, don't take it personal, because there were times when I took it personal, like, why are you so irritated? I haven't done anything, like, this isn't my fault. And I realized he wasn't mad at me. It's just the situation. So you have to realize, even if you're the one going through it, you have to know too that the person taking care of you or helping you is also going through it, whether, even though they're physically not going through the chemo or the surgeries, they're going, excuse you.
Yeah, thanks.
They're going through something that we would never be able to understand, because we're not in the position to where they could see their loved one sick or in a spot where they can't physically do anything. So you have to remember too that if you see them frustrated, don't get frustrated or mad back at them, because 9 times out of the 10, they're not even mad at you. It's just the entire situation. So my advice is to just openly communicate with each other. You have to continuously work on your relationship, whether it's work on communication, work on dating each other. Never stop dating each other. Never. And just so you know, everybody's relationship has rocky times. We're not perfect. You're not perfect. Our dog is not perfect, but he's pretty close to it.
I don't know if he's in frame. Is he?
He's
in frame?
not. You just see his butt.
Oh, okay.
He's like passed out. I mean, he's
You
pretty
got a little
close.
bit of him, I guess.
He's pretty close to perfection, so that's the closest you'll get to that. If you and Caleb could go back 12 months and give yourself advice, what would that advice be? Ooh, that's a good one.
12 months ago, my advice, especially being specific because she had ovarian cancer, would probably be just wishing I had more education. Well, both of us wish we had more education on the symptoms, the signs, you know, just everything, because she had a bump for a little while and we kept going to the doctor, getting it checked, and they just kind of wrote it off, saying it was nothing, and then in turn they made us believe it was nothing.
Yep.
But I wish, you know, we were educated enough to know, you know, hey, if they're saying it's nothing, we have to go get it checked somewhere else. We have to keep pursuing and find out what's going on, because if we would have found it, you know, 3 months ago or 3 months before, you know, she was diagnosed, you know, it could have been a whole different story. That would be my only advice, would be, you know, when you think something's weird or you think something's wrong, go get it checked. And I highly suggest that you get it checked by at least multiple physicians. Just because at the end of the day, it's your body, you know what's going on, and if you know something's wrong, go get it checked and find out, get to the bottom of it and figure out what it is, because ultimately it could save your life.
Yep, I agree on that. So there was another question, I can't find it, and this one was actually kind of funny. He will probably get cringeworthy about it, but it was, has cancer affected our sex life?
Yes.
Yes, totally has affected our sex life for both of us. So, and now with like the whole cancer thing, we were apart for 6-7 months, so there was absolutely no sex life for either one of us. And then when he did get back here, I just had another surgery. I was on chemo, so you can't really, with a certain chemo I was on, you couldn't have sex for like 5 or 6 days after. And then I just wasn't feeling that well, like down in my area, just because of the surgeries. And with ovarian cancer, I had a full hysterectomy, so that put me into early menopause at 24 years old. So I don't produce a ton of estrogen, so my sex drive isn't what it should be as a normal 24, almost 25-year-old. And that affects him, and I honestly am so thankful. Like, he has been just amazing this entire time, has been super understanding. Again,
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
Oh, that's the nicest thing you said to me.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I know he gets frustrated. I can see it in his face. I get frustrated because I love him. I want to be able to have fun with him. It's definitely affected our sex life. It's been a really big adjustment and learning period for us. Definitely changed, but it's getting better.
Back on track, though.
It's getting back on track.
Slowly, but it's getting there. So that's all we can do.
Yeah.
Better be.
Oh.
Better be, or else.
Oh.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but or else.
Like little bunny rabbit. Just
Oh my gosh.
This one is, what's your favorite feature, looks-wise, of each other, and what's your favorite personality trait in each other?
Personality traits.
Really? You have to pause?
Everybody out there, I was joking. Don't roast me in the comments. But personality-wise would be her humor. I think she's funny. She's always been pretty funny.
That's the first time he's ever admitted that, and it's on camera.
I know. I always tell her, like, you're not even funny. But that's just because she is funny. So I try to tell her she's not, because definitely she has a good heart. She always wants to help others. She's always trying to, help as many people as she can, and she's selfless. It's probably the most selfless person I know. So looks-wise, would probably...
Oh my gosh, just...
Your heart, your sense of humor, your butt, and yeah, so I think that was about it for me. Your eyes are really pretty. You have beautiful eyes.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, your hair's cute.
Yeah.
I like this short hair. She has never had short hair, obviously, because she never had a reason to cut her hair short. But I actually like her hair this way better now than it was when it was like past her shoulder.
Yeah, because my face used to be like super fat when my hair was long.
Yeah, her cheeks were like huge, like chipmunk cheeks.
That's what he used to call me.
Like every time, like I was like, you storming for the winter or something? Like, what's going on? But like, she had the fattest cheeks. Like it was kind of cute, but it was funny because I always made fun of her. But
my favorite personality trait that drew me to him off the bat was definitely his sense of humor. He's really funny. He just always makes me laugh. And then the second personality trait was just how sweet he is. A lot of people didn't really realize how sweet or how caring or how big his heart is, just because, he never really let people in. And I was like one of the first people he really let in, and I was like really shocked at just how sweet this guy was. I was like, wow, I never experienced that ever, even in friends. I was like, so that was his personality, and then just his amazing heart is what really drew me into him. And then the one thing that caught my eye when I first saw him was his smile. He just has this beautiful smile, these amazing teeth, and then his eyes.
You're welcome.
Oh, I love his eyes. They're just, I don't know, they're just like this really pretty brown, and I don't know, when I saw his face, it just drew me in, and I was like, I need to know him. His just face. I just love you.
Oh, thank you.
And then fun fact, he always gets asked if he's Tiger Woods. Always. Another fun fact.
It was more so in Florida, but since I grew a beard,
yeah,
not so much. But
yeah, it was all the time in Florida. And one time we were at the movie theater, and there was I remember these kids, they were so obnoxious teenagers sitting behind us, and they were just being so loud, and Caleb turned, and he had his Nike hat on and gave this kid the dirtiest look, and I kid you not, this kid pooped himself in the middle of the theater and screamed, was like, oh my gosh, it's Tiger Woods! And we're like, what? He was running up and down, and he was freaking out. And he actually ended up taking a picture with Caleb on Snapchat. He's like, will you please sign it? And then
I just went with it. That's
what I do.
I'm just like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, and
TW, boom.
And then this kid goes, you must be the mistress then.
Boom.
I was like, really?
And I was like, you are correct, sir.
And
you're absolutely right.
I was like, are you kidding me? So yeah,
it was great. It was a good time.
But all the time in Florida, he got asked if he was Tiger Woods. If you guys want to hear some more funny stories, give this video a thumbs up. But that is gonna be it for this little Q&A. If you guys want to ask us any more questions, leave them in the comments down below, or ask us on Instagram. We're always on Instagram. So if you haven't seen Vlogmas Day 1 or 2, or our love story on how we met, those will be down below or at the end of this video. Actually, yeah, they'll be at the end of this video. So go check those out, and make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel. Turn on those post notifications so you guys will know when that giveaway is announced and how you can be entered to win.
Have a great day.
Have a great day. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.